Hello, everyone. This is Misha Houston, and I'm here to do my analysis of the Alayne sample chapter from The Winds of Winter. The next danger that I think Alayne will be facing will be from the lady Myranda Royce. Myranda Royce may have large breasts and big hips, but what's the old saying? Loose lips sink ships. This girl is certainly a danger to Sansa. She is a nosy, messy busybody with a touch of deceitfulness in her and jealousy as well. She loves to stir the pot. She's managed to traverse the entire mountain to come up to the Eyrie to visit Alayne Stone. But I have to ask, what is she really doing here? Now, the book that I'm going to be taking verses from is A Feast for Crows. And I also will be taking passages from the Winds of Winter sample chapter, Alayne 1. Alayne 2, A Feast for Crows. My lady, Sir Lothar said, you best know, Maya didn't come up alone. Lady Myranda is with her. Oh, why should she ride all the way up the mountain just to ride back down again? I mean, even Alayne seems that as strange, and it is strange. This is not some normal mountain ride. This is treacherous. This is a dangerous, treacherous voyage. But yet Myranda Royce has decided to ride all the way up the mountain just to see Alayne. It certainly raises a red flag, and it's something that you should watch out for as a book reader. Alayne won A Feast for Crows. Alayne's heart had been in her throat when she made her own ascent with Lady Liza and Lord Petyr. And everyone agreed that the descent was even more harrowing since you're looking down the whole time. Maya could tell of great lords and bold knights who had gone pale and with their small clothes on the mountain. What could be so interesting to Myranda that she would risk her life trying to traverse this mountain? It's something that you really should watch out for, definitely. When I first thought of Myranda, I didn't think too much of her. But as soon as I read a little bit more, you can really tell that there's something going on here. Alayne II, A Feast for Crows. Kind, the older girl gave a laugh. How boring that would be. I aspire to be wicked. You must tell me all your secrets on the ride down. Myranda doesn't even know Alayne, but she expects to know all of her secrets. She's nosy. She's asking a whole bunch of questions. She's asking a laundry list of questions. Here are some of them. May I call you Alayne? How many years have you, Alayne? Are you still innocent, Elaine? Saving yourself for Lord Robert, Lady Myranda teased. Or is there some ardent squire dreaming of your favors? Oh, yes, he died on top of me, in me, if truth be told. You do know what goes on in a marriage bed, I hope. Does your father plan to wed again? How little is it, do you know? His finger. Lady Myranda Royce laughed so loud that Maya Stone glanced back at them. Never you mind, Alayne. I'm sure it's large enough. In the time that she has and her have been traversing this mountain, Myranda has asked Alayne her name, her age, if she is a virgin, who she is going to marry, what she knows about the marital bed, if Baelish is going to marry, how big Baelish's penis is, and if Sansa has seen it. Man, these are questions that she has been asking, and they are more invasive than the next. She's constantly, you know, hounding her with question after question after question, the entire time that she was trying to get down the mountain. Now, normally, I didn't really think too much of that, but she gave me a comment that kind of stood out to me. Alayne II, A Feast for Crows. You are prettier than me, but my breasts are larger. The maesters say large breasts produce no more milk than small ones, but I do not believe it. Have you ever known a wet nurse with small teats? Yours are ample for a girl your age, but as they are bastards' breasts, I shouldn't concern myself with them. Now, she's just said that she has no interest in a bastard, but she's risking the pain of death coming up and down this mountain. She's studying her face and body, bombarding Sansa with intrusive questions, and she's also edging her mule closer, trying to get the answers. She's made it very clear that she's lying. She's very much lying to Sansa, and she's definitely interested in her and will what Sansa is doing there. She's definitely interested in in answers. She wants answers to all of these questions, and she doesn't care how intrusive or invasive they are. Now, this is a piece of the section after Alayne and Myranda and the rest of the group come down the mountain. Alayne II, A Feast for Crows. We have apartments prepared for you, she told Alayne, but if you like, you may share my bed tonight. It's large enough for four. I should be honored, my lady. Randa, count yourself fortunate that I'm so tired, and all I want to do is curl up and sleep. Usually, when ladies share my bed, they have to pay a pillow tax and tell me all about the wicked things they have done. What if they haven't done any wicked things? Why, then you must confess all the wicked things they want to do. Not you, of course. I can see how virtuous you are just by looking at those rosy cheeks and big blue eyes of yours. She yawned again. I hope your feet are warm. I do hate bedmates with cold feet. Even after they come down the mountain, after all of the questions that she's asked, she's still looking for answers even after they've come down the mountain. She's still badgering Sansa. Another concern that Myranda has given me is the compliments that she gave to Sansa about her beauty and good looks. I had heard that you were beautiful. I see that it is true. Alayne curtsied. My lady is kind to say so. Another passage from A Feast for Crows. Randa, count yourself fortunate that I am so tired. All I want to do is curl up and go to sleep. Usually when ladies share my bed, they have to pay a pillow tax and tell me all the wicked things they've done. Why, then they must confess all the wicked things that they want to do. Not you, of course. I can see how virtuous you are by just looking at those rosy cheeks and those big blue eyes. Now, what I gather from this is that she may be a little bit jealous of Elaine's youth and her beauty. I've come to realize that the most beautiful girl in the room has a little bit of hatred thrown toward her by other women. There's always, at least in my opinion, that there has always been some sort of secret hatred for the most beautiful woman in the room. Also, Myranda seems like the type that needs attention, especially from men. Sansa's newness and beauty has the potential to take the attention away from Myranda and onto Alayne. As a matter of fact, in Alayne 1, a feast, no, Alayne 1, the Winds of Winter, that is exactly what happens. Alayne 1, the Winds of Winter. Sirs, may I present you the Lady Alayne Stone, the Lord Protector's daughter. The bald knight announced, all hearty gallantry. He rose ponderously, as full and lovely as the tales told of her I see. Not to be outdone, the pimply knight hopped up and said, Sir Ossifer speaks truly. You are the most beautiful maid in the seven kingdoms. Now, before they started complimenting Alayne, they were actually those two knights were actually with Myranda Royce. And apparently both of them have gotten up out of their seats to talk and compliment Alayne on her looks. Now, normally I wouldn't have a problem with this, but I've always believed that there was always a secret hatred of the prettiest girl in the room. And at the feast, the men are lining up to dance with Alayne, not Myranda, who is the lady of that castle. Whether Alayne means it or not, she is taking attention away from Myranda in Myranda's own castle. Alayne 1, the Winds of Winter. As am I, Coldwater said. Rising, he offered Alayne his hand. Would you honor me with this dance, my lady? You're very kind, she said as he led her to the floor. He was her first partner of the evening, but far from the last. The men are lining up to dance with Alayne Stone, even though she's a bastard. Even though she's a bastard, the men are just lining up to dance with her. I wonder, and I think, I wonder if Myranda is feeling outshined by Alayne, even though she's a bastard. Once they find out who Alayne Stone really is, once they find out that she's Sansa Stark of Winterfell, the Lady of Winterfell, Myranda may feel outshined altogether. Jealousy is a definite motive for betrayal. If the envy is deep enough, it could cause a person to try and commit murder. Sansa's time with Lady Lysa gives truth to that. Sansa 7, A Storm of Swords. Have you no honor? Her aunt said sharply. Or do you take me for a fool? You do, don't you? You take me for a fool. Yes, I see that now. I am not a fool. You think you can have any man you want because you're young and beautiful. Don't think that I haven't seen the looks you've given Marillion. I know everything that happens in the Eyrie, little lady, and I have known your like before, too. But you are mistaken if you think big eyes and strumpet smiles will win you Petyr. He is mine. Now, Lady Lysa has proven that jealousy is a motivation for betrayal, even for murder. It's not so far-fetched to think that another woman could be jealous of Alayne. Lady Myranda feigns friendship for Alayne, but underneath she is a calculating, mocking, false-hearted young woman with a desperate and envious streak within her. Girls can be the cruelest of them all. We are stronger, faster, and we don't fight fair. Thank you very much for watching my video. Next time, I will go further into my analysis with the danger number 4. Now, before I end my video, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Preston Jacobs. He is an amazing A Song of Ice and Fire, A Song of Ice and Fire aficionado. He knows everything about it. And he has made a video on his channel, on his YouTube channel, under Preston Jacobs called Littlefinger's Mistake. A few points that I have mentioned are in his theory video as well. I recommend that you check out his video along with others on his channel. He's a master, A Song of Ice and Fire theorist, and his videos are absolutely amazing. So I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Preston Jacobs, and I will leave you a link to his video. The video is called Littlefinger's Mistake, and I think that you should all check that video out if you haven't seen it already. It is a very good video, and it has ties to Nestor and Myranda Royce. So check that out. Thank you very much for watching my video, and as I said before, my next video will be entitled Sansa and the Dangers of Wind, Danger number 4. Come back next week, and it should be up, by the end of next week. Thank you, and have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will be back next week with my next video. Enjoy your life as I do, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much.